Hello, hello, and happy Monday night stamping, everyone. I'm so happy to see you all here. Hello, Joyce. Um, my voice is back. Oh my gosh. Talk about craziness. And thank you all so much for all of your prayers and your get well wishes. And I've got some of the cards that you sent me. I want to share those with you tonight also. We're continuing tonight with the scrapbook series that I started. So the reason, I guess the purpose of these scrapbook videos is to help take the fear out of these large scrapbook projects. So whenever you go on a really big trip, like I went to Mexico for a week and then we did so much stuff and I have hundreds of photos, but I want to document it. And so that later in my life, I can look back and go, oh yeah, I had a really good time. But anyways, but it can be a little overwhelming. And so I want to help you all not let it be that overwhelming. So that's what we're doing. Tonight, we're going to be talking about organizing and selecting the photos when you get back from your trip. So that is a big part of it all. So we're going to do that. Like I said, I'm going to share with you some cards I got in the mail. Let's see. Oh, look at all these names that just popped up. So once again, hello, Joyce, Nadine and Carol, Melanie, Pam, and Teresa. Thank y'all so much for showing up tonight. All right. I don't want to forget anything. For those of you who don't know me, I am Christina Reese, and this is Creating with Christina, and I do go live on my Facebook and my YouTube channel at the same time. Anyways, this is Monday night stamping, and sometimes I do cards, but lately I've been doing some scrapbooks, and we're going to get into that in just a sec. I know y'all don't like listening to me talk. You want to just see me do it. So let's get on with it. I'm going to switch my screen view. Here we go. And that is not what I wanted. Hold on. Where is, oh yeah, you can't see me because the banner's in the way. Well, let me get that banner out of the way. Oh my, there we go. Okay. It's like, where did my little face go? Okay, here's some cards that I got from you guys, and I want to zoom in. I'm zoomed out right now so that you can see two scrapbook pages at once, but we're not there yet. So this one is first from Katie. Katie's on my team, and this is the beautiful card she sent me. She was sending me a thank you card. Whenever you're on my team and you accomplish either a milestone or you've just done something and I just whatever, I send little gifts. And so she's thanking me for one of her gifts that she got. And it's just, I love the little brass butterflies and everything. It's a beautiful little fun fold she made. All right. And then this one is from, ooh, I can barely read that. Teresa, and look at this. Oh my gosh, do you all remember this paper? I think this was one of my favorite sweets that we had. It was a Valentine's sweet, and I really loved it because it was all about snail mail, and that's what we're about, snail mail. And so it's a beautiful card, and she was just saying that, wishing me well, and a beautiful card there she made. And this one is from Dorothy. Dorothy's on my team. Dorothy made a super fancy fun fold. You guys check this out. I thank God every time I think of you. Isn't that awesome? And then says, you're in my prayers. Oh, Dorothy, that is so awesome. Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much. This one is from Joyce. Joyce is with us tonight. And look how pretty this one is. Joyce is our wonderful artist also. If you all follow Joyce, she is, well, she plays with watercolors and pastels, and I think you do acrylics too, don't you? But anyways, this is a beautiful card. Thank you. And she was just saying, thinking of you, hoping you're getting well. And this last one is from Loretta. And Loretta says, have a blessed day. Doesn't that just look so peaceful? Just sitting in the bay window, looking out. I can picture her looking out like at a lake or something, you know, very peaceful. But anyway, so thank you, Loretta. Thank you all for your cards. I love each and every one of them. I keep them. I love them. All right. So what are we doing tonight? We are scrapbooking tonight. So let me move this back up here. All right, there we go. And my banner, what do I want to put here? So what are we doing tonight? We are organizing and selecting pictures for our scrapbooks. Now, I want to do a quick review. Let me first of all pull out my photos, and Journal. Okay. So we're gonna do a quick review, and then I'm gonna show you how I make this next page. Okay. And I want to keep an eye on the comments. So if you have any questions or anything, there you go. Oh, well, thank you, Cindy. She said she shared the video with her stamping friends. Awesome. Yes, I do appreciate that. You all, whenever you like the videos and share them, it just more people can find us and join in with the fun. Okay. My trip to Mexico. So like I said, I had hundreds of photos. Now there are two ways you can kind of organize and sort your photos when you're doing a huge project. You can print them all off at once, okay, which that's a big investment up front, or you can organize them on your computer and then just print as you go. And a lot of people like to do that on big projects because it's quite a sticker shock when you get the price back on printing hundreds of photos at once. But I chose to print all of them at once. That I'm more of the hands-on person. I've really got to see the photos and move them around to kind of organize them. But some people are really good online, and you can do it that way too. But what you also need is a notebook to keep your notes, to keep your thoughts straight, especially when you're on the trip. You know, a lot of this begins even before you get home from the trip. You need to, on your trip, be taking notes, or at least when you're taking pictures, take pictures of like signs and markers that let you know what those pictures go with, because sometimes you don't get to making the scrapbook until even a few years after the trip, and you forget things. So putting everything in a notebook is really important. All right. So this is my notebook that I took with me to Mexico, and you can see, well, that's my packing list right here. So all I would do is just on the day. So this was Monday, and I just journaled at the end of the day. I just kind of wrote down highlights of the day. You know, it wasn't anything in depth, just enough so I could remember what happened that day. And then I think this is what day is it? Yeah, here we go. Here we're on Tuesday. I put down the times that things happened on Tuesday, more stuff. So then when I got back, I could read through it. I printed off all the photos, and I want to show you this picture. Share this picture with you. This is me at my dining room table, or my kitchen table. And you can see I have this notebook. And then I also have a Post-it note thing, a marker, and the shoebox here. And I would just start putting them in piles. And so I have these, pull this one out if you can see it. Well, let me go back to this one here. So this is the like file holder, and I just wrote registration on the Post-it note, stuck it on here, but on the table I had all these sitting out on the table, so I could just, like a deck of cards, start sorting all my pictures. And so that's kind of how I get the big overview of it all. Okay, now let me go back to this view. Hold on, I don't want that. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm going to move these out of my way. Okay. And once I have all the photos where I want them, and I've got them in the shoebox, and I've got my notebook, another thing I do when I get home, so after all these pages, I go back here, wherever I wrote it down. I'm not sure where I wrote it down. But anyways, I made a long list of all the different Post-it notes, you know, the registration, the hotel, the iguanas, the macaws, everything that I kind of wanted to make pages for. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to go yet, but I was getting it all sorted out. So as I go through this, I've already done 2 pages. And so if you go to the YouTube channel and you go to the scrapbooking playlist, you will see the first 2 videos that I've done for the scrapbook. Tonight, we are going to do the next page in the album, and it was registration. And so I'm going to show you how I decided on the pictures, and then how I cut them, how I did all that, and then how we make the page. All right, so let's go on and get started. We're already 10 minutes into the video, and I know that that's no fun. We want to watch instead of listen. All right, and I'm doing a white on white here. So white backdrops, but backgrounds. All right. And I've decided to go with the yellow. So, oh, the other thing that I talked about in the first video was when you decide on a big project, you want a theme. And the theme that I'm using is, of course, Mexico. Well, my Mexico stuff that they gave us on the trip. Hold on, let me pull all this out. Right here. This was a card that Shelly and Sarah gave me. And it's already got these colors started for me. And then also all of the things they printed off for us all had this beautiful color scheme. And our flowering zinnia was the perfect color scheme that went with everything. It's got the bright pink, the purples, oranges, it's got all that. So that's why, that's the theme I'm using. All right. So I have that paper. And so I cut off a couple strips here. I kind of have an idea that I'm going to put some color down here and some color down here. All right. And then like a border thing up here. All right. Now, of course, I'm ahead of the game. I already created all of this. So I know, so I can do it with you. I feel like I should be able to, come out a little further. There we go. Here are the pictures. So let me grab these pictures for you. All right. Another thing is I don't make all my photos 4x6, and I do not use every single photo that I took. Okay. Some photos are worthy of the scrapbook. Some you don't want to throw them away, but they don't necessarily have to be in the album. You have to remember scrapbooks are not photo albums. Scrapbooks tell the story. So, you remember Grandma, how she had all of our pictures in photo albums? You don't want to stop doing those alongside your scrapbooks so that you don't feel like you can never get all your photos put in. I think that is one thing that happened to us back in the 80s and 90s. We stopped photo albums and we started doing only scrapbooks. Well, you can't do that. You have to do both. I don't know how you would possibly scrap every single photo you take, but I know you want to tell the stories, and that's what scrapbooks are for. So here we go. If I didn't put the photo in here, then it went in my photo album, because there are hundreds of photos from this trip, but I'm not going to put them all in this scrapbook. All right. I hope that made sense. Now, here was a picture of these picture frames they gave us. We got to choose one. Okay, so let me tell the story real quick. So we went to the hotel, and we got there after we, flew in, took the bus down to the hotel, and we got to the hotel. And the first thing they have us do is go into the registration room. All right. That way we got our room assignment. We got our wrist thing for being able to do everything on the hotel and in the parks. And then while we're there also, they had all these gifts for us, but we got to choose which gifts we want. So we could choose whether we wanted a real colorful frame or if we wanted the classic blue and white frame. We got to choose these beautiful hand sewn little ornaments. They're made of felt. And these ladies were sitting there working on the ornaments. They're so sweet. Anyway, so we got to pick some of those. They had these really awesome fans. And I tell you what, those fans, they're handheld fans, but they're like wrist bracelets also. They just hung on your wrist. It's very cool. These beautiful color bags. You could choose a more tone on tone or a more colorful one. Here's some more of those ornaments. The sign, welcome, Stampin' Up! With the cute little dolls. These were spirit animals. They were in a little bag, and you didn't know what you were getting. You picked one, you opened the bag to see what your spirit animal was. And mine was the peacock. No, I'm sorry. It was the hummingbird. It looked like a peacock, but it was a hummingbird. Anyways. And then these were packing cubes. I don't know if you all are familiar with packing cubes when you go on vacations, but oh my gosh, they are such a lifesaver. So we got some really colorful ones. I love the packing cubes. And then this was my collection of all the ones I actually picked. So you can see well, you can barely see it, my little hummingbird, my packing cubes, my fan, my ornaments, and all that. So these were the pictures, and I wanted to tell the story of picking all of this out and everything. All right. I'm scrolling through real quick and making sure I haven't missed any questions or anything. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, now that I've got my pictures, and I know that I want a picture of each of the gifts I got. Okay. And I took multiple pictures. Like I had more pictures of these packing bags, but this was the one I picked because it actually had my face in it. So I like that. And I also wanted it kind of large because it was like the one picture of me in this setup here. Because the spirit animals, you couldn't actually see them. I just left that one little. The welcome sign, these dolls, bags, fans, these all I kind of let little. These two I made large. I think when people are in the picture, I like to see them better. The frames. And then here is all the gifts that I picked. So that was a good picture for a focal point. And so this is kind of how I was thinking of setting it up. Kind of a general idea here. The yellow would come down here. All right. About an inch away from the bottom, maybe. All right. And once I got that down, then I could move these here. And now I didn't want the yellow to be everywhere. I just wanted it behind it. These photos are 6 inches long. So I wanted my yellow to be less than 6 inches. So I think they're 5, maybe. Yeah, I think it's 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 5 inches. So 5 by 12s. And then all of these photos along the bottom here are all going to line up. That's another thing I like to do is keep lines when I'm designing a page. All right, so we've got those. Then these two can come up here, and I want to have room up here for my title. And you'll also notice when I do scrapbook pages, I have a very distinct look. I have a title, I have my pictures, and I have a few embellishments. I want my pictures to be the story, not all of the stickers and paper and all that stuff. So I'm a minimalist in that way. Okay. These are going to come down a little bit here so that this is just like a border up there. Just it frames everything together. That's what I'm trying to say. Frames it all together. Whoopsie, knocked that over. I need to stick my white pieces down. They keep moving on me. All right, there we go. All right. Now, once I have all this here, it's time to start doing some sticking down. All right, I got a question. Did you print all your 4x6s and then cut them down? Yes, Nadine, I did. So what I do is Walmart is the least expensive place that is decent enough for my taste. 14 cents a print. If there's a sale at a nicer place, if there's anything less than 15 cents a picture, I try to use them. I remember when pictures used to be less than 10 cents, but oh my goodness, don't you hate inflation? But you can always find a sale. I just didn't happen to find one at this time when I was trying to do these videos. But anyways, that's okay. Good question. Yes, I print them all off 4x6 and then I cut them down. And one way, I'm glad you mentioned that, Nadine. This is a tool I got years and years ago. And these are little acrylic things. This one is a 4x3. Oh, you can't even see that. Can you? Yeah, it measures 4x3 acrylic piece, little plastic piece. And so I can lay it on a picture. Like, let's say I just wanted their two faces. You can't even see that, but I can see that I could mark it there, and that would make a 3x4 or a 4x3 in this case. So I like that. I've got it in the 3x4. I've got it in the 4x4. I've got it in the 3x3, and I've got it in the 2x2. And of course you can make these, just get some plastic sheets and then cut them out and use them as templates so that when you have your 4x6 printed, you can go, okay, well, how can I shrink this down? Because I don't want the whole 4x6. Or if you've got a photo printer at home, you can resize it and reprint it. But I try not to reprint as much as possible because I've already invested in printing them all off at first anyways. All right, I like it. Let's get our tape out. Let's do this. Let's do this. Right there. But I'm a big fan of the 3x4s, so I can get more on my scrapbook pages. That is the name of the game, getting as many photos as possible on one page without being too overwhelming. I still want it to look appealing to the eye. I still want it, when you look at it, to see, oh, I can, this is the main photo. My eye is drawn to it. That kind of stuff. Whoops. And these little grid boards are awesome, but I really have got to tape it down or something because it keeps moving. There we go. All right, got that on there. And then these, I'm just going to leave a little 1/2 inch at the top of white. Actually, a 1/4 inch. Oops, come on, get over there. Thank you. All righty, and this one. So like I said, I'm a minimalist. I don't use much designer paper. Sometimes I'll use a colored background piece instead of white, but it's going to have to be a very light tone. I don't like dark. Unless my pictures are real light. That's the other thing. It kind of depends on your photographs. If your photographs are real light, then you'll want a dark background. If your photos are dark, see how dark that is? So that you get a light background that way. All right, let's start with these down here. And where am I going with this? Yeah, I'm also going to be journaling right here. And that's another reason I use light colored paper here for the journaling. And what I'll do is I'll get a pencil, and I've got a journaling template that gives me straight lines. I am kind of particular about straight lines. So I'm deciding on a 1/4 inch from the bottom. Is that what I want? Yeah. Yeah. Whoops, come here. Yeah, that looks good. And then this one. Now, I eyeball things most of the time. I don't get rulers out and try not to make it too perfect. But I do want it, nice enough. So that's why I like these boards here. And you can get these at any craft store. They're not Sizzix, I'm sorry, even the scissor company, I can't remember, makes them. But they're 12 inches by 12 inches, and they're a little longer than 12 inches, so you have a little room to play on the sides. All right, question: do you write a little note? What do you mean, Betty? What note? Do you write a little note? Help me out, Betty. What are we talking about? What kind of note? I do. I write lots of notes, but all my notes, Betty, are in this journal here. This is the journal I took on the trip, but then in the back of the journal, I have my notes where I'm organizing the album. All right, this is going to go, I'm going to put it halfway here, and then I'm going to put it about even on these 2 pieces there. And then this piece is going to go right with it. All lined up. Nope, I want that over more. Okay, yeah, I want these lined up on this side here. There we go. All right, now we've got those down, and we will be adding some flowers to this in just a sec. All right, so we've got those down. Let's get this side done. And actually, the 3 on the bottom I need to do first because I want them to be balanced. All right, I can't remember what order I put these in. Okay, I believe these went up here. That was the welcome. So I'm choosing the welcome photo first. English speakers read from left to right. So title, any first pictures of the story, and then I move this way. If You're wondering how I decide. These were just gifts I picked up. They made these dolls, so I want those next to them. They made these, so these goes next to them. I'm going to pull these over. I want about the same amount of space from this edge to this edge. I want it the same on the bottom. Okay. There we go. Good. All right. I like that. While I have you with me tonight live, I did want to mention a few things. So I've been sending some emails. If you have not been getting my emails, please check your spam. I've been sending a lot because there's a lot of things going on. First of all, I'm going to Glacier National Park. I'm so excited. And because I'm going to Glacier National Park and they don't have Wi-Fi there, and they have very spotty cell service, I will not be able to go live while I am gone. Okay. But I am going to pre-record some videos and have them on my YouTube channel. So be sure to check that. But I'll also send them to you in the emails. Okay. I can send the videos to you in your email. So if you miss them on the YouTube, you'll catch them when I send the email with them. The other thing is because I am going to be gone, we're not having a card kit this month. I wanted to, I don't know how to do, basically I am doing, Stampin' Up! Is having a special right now with their bundles, and I wanted to add on to that special. In other words, I wanted to give you all some freebies. So I have like, I don't know, 5-6 boxes of retired stamps and bundles. And I would like to give those to you all. And so I've made a special. And right now, if you spend $75, you get a free mystery stamp set. And if you spend $125, you get a free mystery bundle. And because we're having the sale right now on the bundles, you're getting all kinds of stuff. So I wanted to give you that while I was gone having fun in Glacier. Oh, by the way, we're also going to Yellowstone, but I've been to Yellowstone before. I've not been to Glacier. I'm more excited about Glacier right now, but I'm excited about Yellowstone too. Anyways. Okay. All right. Betty says, with each picture, do you write a little note with each picture, describing each picture so you don't forget in the picture? All right. That is what I'm hearing you say. So yes, in this notebook, all right. So in this notebook, I wrote down what all these gifts were. Okay. So that these were, my husband and I got to pick one each of the ornaments, the picture frame, and the fan and all that. So I knew what all this was when I went back to my journal. What I wrote down everything when I was there. As I printed it off, though, I just put these pictures with registration. Okay, so I didn't actually write on each individual picture, but I did write with this batch of pictures. I wrote notes for this batch of pictures. All right, my next batch is the actual hotel. I want to show you that. So this is the hotel. And I mean, look how many pictures there are. I couldn't possibly put all of these in my scrapbook. So I'm going to have to sort through, decide which ones, read what I wrote down. Also, I may go back to the website for the hotel and get some more information. Whenever you're doing a trip, you always have that thing you can do also. And any brochures or anything you brought home too. So I hope that answered your question, Betty. All right. Now that I've got all my photos down, let's decorate. Are you ready to decorate? So these are the zinnias that come with the Simply Zinnia stamp and dies. Okay. I cut these zinnias out, and I've got 2 of the bright, it'll come to me. Hold on. Blackberry Bliss. Then the Real Red. So I'm picking up the colors from this strip up here. They also have these cute little buds, little zinnia buds. So I have those. I've got quite a few of those. But then for my title, where is it? Here it is. I'm going to be using this die set mostly for my titles. Okay. So that way all the titles throughout the book have that togetherness, that cohesiveness, and they all match. Okay. And I love this letter set. So you just take a sheet of cardstock, put some adhesive sheeting on the back, run it through the machine. It gives you 2 A's, 2 L's, 2 N's, 2 T's, 2 R's, 2 S's. I mean, it's awesome. And then of course it gives you punctuation and then the fancy letters for the different languages. But anyway, so I spelt out registration. How boring. I know sometimes my titles are kind of boring, but you know, it gets the point across. Now I've got to take them all and spell the word right. So oh goodness, registration. Oh, okay, come on. Definitely going to need a pair of tweezers with this. T, lots of T's, S's, N's, and G. All right, there we go. Now, where are my tweezers? Here we go. R-E-G-I-S. Oh, and the S does have a direction. You can tell. That's correct. This is upside down. It's fatter on this side than it is on this side. So I know it goes this way. If you were wondering, I don't know. Registration. Whoops. T. R. Woo. This is a big long word. A. T. I-O-N. Registration. That is one heck of a title, isn't it? All right. But I'm also going to put some flowers back here. So I want this red flower. So move all you guys over. And we're going to put this flower right here. So let me get some adhesive on there. And I do not use dimensionals on my scrapbook. My scrapbook's going to be thick enough. It doesn't need any more thickness to it because it was a big trip. So I won't be using any dimensionals on this. All right. And I'm going to stick that right there, just kind of bringing those two photos together. But then I also want this cute little bud. And I don't know, should I put it underneath? Yeah, I think I'll put it underneath. There we go. Whoops. Well, I'll just use my finger. There we go. Ah, perfect. Okay, so let me move those. Now I can have my N. This will be fun. If I had pre-recorded this, all of this would have been done on fast forward for you guys, so you didn't have to watch me do this. But how we doing, everyone? Well, thank you. Teresa says this looks beautiful. She loves the letters. Oh, yes, Denise. So we are doing a scrapbook page on this was the registration at the hotel when we got there, and they gave us all these amazing gifts. Stampin' Up! Is extremely generous. Definitely love Stampin' Up! There we go. I'm sorry. This is really taking a long time. I may not want to sit here and do this all night, but I apologize. So anyway, I could go back to talking about, so the special that I'm doing, be sure to use the host code, this month's host code. Let me pop that up for you. Banners, host code. So we have a host code for June. Whenever you spend money in my shop, I have a host code so that one, I get credit for your shopping, but also, I get notified of your order and I can send you a thank you gift. And this month I am sending mystery stamps. So if you spend $75, I'm sending you a mystery stamp set for free. And then if you spend $125, I'm sending you a mystery bundle for free. Okay. The stamp and the dies. So that's a pretty good deal. Plus, our bundles are on sale right now. So, and also what's on sale is our cut and emboss machine. If you all have not gotten the cute little mini emboss cut and emboss machine, now would be a great time to think about that, because it's on sale, and you can get a free stamp set if you order it from me. Oh, that's the other thing. I always have to give the disclaimer. These free mystery stamps are from me personally. This is not a Stampin' Up thing. It is not any other demonstrator, just me. Stampin' Up has their bundles on sale. That is Stampin' Up. And when you go to the store, stampinup.com, you'll see the sale. But you won't see my free stamps there at stampinup.com because that's something I'm doing personally. All right. So I know it's kind of confusing, isn't it? All right, there we go. Registration. We've got that flower. Now, whenever you have an art piece, this is a little bit on art design. There are ways to make the viewer look at what you want them to look at. Okay. And that is what design is all about. And so far I've got lines to help the eye go to certain places. Okay. And I've got colors. I've got light colors and darker colors that help my eye do things. But there's another thing that helps you, and that's called the triangle. All right. And what we mean by the triangle is you take embellishments, clusters, and you do 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And that triangle keeps your eye framed in where you want it to be. All right. So if you're ever wondering why some scrapbook pages look better than others, it all has to do with design, not necessarily anything else. Okay. All right. I'm going to put this purple flower down here between these two, and I don't want to cover up that cute little dolly. Okay. And I'm going to put 2 of the red buds. Hello, Weston. I can hear you meowing. Yeah, little buddy. Do you want to say hi to everybody? You do? Okay, just a sec. Hold on. Let me get you up here. Come here. Yes. What is all this? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Yeah, this is a cute baby. You know, say hi to see him. You can see the top of his head. He just wants to play. That's all he wants. They are such sweet babies. Oh my God. I can't believe they're 9 months old. And quote unquote, Aunt Dawn is coming over to watch them. She's actually college roommate that we take care of each other's pets when we go on vacation. We affectionately call her Aunt Dawn. All right. And then this one is going to go down here, way over here on this side. And I'm actually going to put this one down here where my journaling is going. There we go. And another one of these. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I have one more little bud. So this is all I'm doing tonight. I'll do the journaling later. And then eventually I'll do a whole entire flip through of this entire album so you all can see the whole thing in the end. But this was a good start. Okay, there we go. This last one goes up here. And actually I wanted the R to be on this one, but that's okay. We'll just, how do we want this one? Yep. Pull the R up. Ooh. There we go. Oh, no, that's too far in. How about that? How's that look? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Ta-da! All right. So recap real quick. Organizing your photos. I'm going to show this picture real quick. So this is what I did. I printed all my photos out. Then I took my journal and I went through and I organized all the photos into different sections, into different categories, into different topics as I went through each day of the trip. Now, it didn't necessarily all go chronological. Some of my photos actually got pulled to put on a separate page. Like for instance, all of our food pictures are going to be one page. They're not going to be on the pages of the day that we ate. I thought it just looked better because the food pictures are kind of random, but they make sense when they're all together. So that's one thing that I'm going to do different than going chronologically. But most of the album will be day 1, day 2, day 3. All right. And then once I have that, then I just pull each section. Okay. Where am I? Then I go through and I pull each section. So this was registration. I pulled all the photos out. I picked which photos I liked best. I decided which ones could be smaller, which ones could be larger, so I could get as many on the pages I thought I could get. Let's see. Yeah, and then I gave it a title and put some embellishments on it. Like I said, I'll journal here. I may do something else up here. I haven't decided. It looks kind of blank up there, but I don't know. We'll see as I finish it off. But this is the basics. This is how I do it. If you all have any questions, let me know and I will try to answer them. I think I've answered all the questions that you all had tonight. Yep. This ran a little longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. I hope you all enjoyed it. Next Monday's video my next scrapbook video will be pre-recorded. So there'll be a lot of fast forward through like putting the title on and stuff. It'll be a lot faster to watch. I think it'll be easier than watching it live. But anyways, let's see what else. I'm going to be having an awesome vacation next week. So, okay, that's about it. That's all I got for you. Just watch your mail, watch your email. I got lots of emails coming out to you with lots of pictures and all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, y'all have a great evening and we will see you back here. I will be back Wednesday for Card Challenge and Friday for Funfold Friday. But then I leave. Okay, bye-bye.